What is a bulletproof business? Well, in the next 3 videos, that's what we're going to discuss. I'm Dr. Cheryl Luther, and before we get to the fun whiteboard stuff, I want to share with you a brief story about a friend and colleague of mine. So picture this, we're in a coffee shop, beautiful coffee shop in our neighborhood, and I'm sitting across from my buddy, and he's a clean-cut guy, he's a PT, he's been in business for quite a while, he usually has his stuff together, and as we were talking, he just started to cry, and it got to the point where it was uncontrollable. He was sobbing in the middle of this coffee shop, and I was trying to hand him my napkin, and I was trying to ask him, what's going on? Why are you so upset? And after a few minutes and him calming down a little bit, he shared with me that he can't make payroll that month. He can't pay himself, and that he can't make his mortgage payment. And they haven't been able to make the mortgage payment for the last 2 months. And he thinks that he's a failure and that he should just close his practice down and go find another job. So after a bit of a conversation, I asked him if he wanted some help from me, because he knows what I do. And reluctantly, he said yes, he wanted the help. And so what I'm going to share with you is the first thing that I shared with him about a foundation to a business. So let's dig into the fun stuff. So a foundation to a business, you need a solid foundation to build a house, to build a business, to build a relationship. You have to have something that's very solid at the bottom to be able to manage all the weight and all the stuff that comes above it. So how do we build a bulletproof business? How do we build that foundation? Well, we use a six-piece pie to be able to figure out what do you need to work on. So let me explain the pie to you. Here's the framework. First off, you need a plan. So this includes your goals. This includes understanding where you want to go. How are you going to get there? Who do you need in your sphere to be able to make sure that those plans take place? So planning is very, very important to make sure you know where you're going in your business. The next piece is process. So process, such as SOP, rhythms that you would install in your business. For example, if you have meetings, you always have them on the same day, at the same time. You can put that right into your process, or what everybody knows is going to happen in your business. How you onboard a new client, steps A, B, C, D, E. Everybody knows what those steps are. So being able to rhythmize and make sure that everybody's on the same page. It's processes. The next is people. So this includes people inside and outside of your business. So like my buddy and I, more networking, somebody outside of my business but could influence my business. Also includes your employees, your managers, yourself, and this includes how you hire and fire. This includes how you've structured your management and conflict management. There's always going to be conflict. This falls into how are you going to first try to make sure it doesn't happen, and second, how are you going to mitigate it when it does happen? So people, there are a lot of pieces to that people part. The next part is data. So talk about financials, talk your P&L, talk about your KPIs, your key performance indicators, anything that you could measure that's going to influence your plan and the rest of your business falls into data. The next piece is culture. Culture. So this is your why, your core values, what you stand for, what you don't stand for, making sure that the rest of your environment, your people, your business understands why you're in business and what you're doing it for. And being able to create a workplace environment that is fun and productive. So culture, very important. And then this is because this is where you learn the most. And I call it the X factor. This is where you get to fail forward fast. And as a business owner, you know that happens a lot. You're going to fail. It's not It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and how are you going to react to that failure. So the X factor, where are you going to put your focus and your attention? How are you going to move forward over those hurdles? How are you going to create a little bit of momentum? What does that momentum mean for the next step? And so this is where you get to really grow and revisit the rest of the processes, the people, the data, the plan, the culture, and revamp it and make it better. So this is the 6-piece part to a bulletproof business foundation. And in the next video, I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can start to bulletproof your business right now.